You're watching E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Let's go! Yes. Yes. I know I scheduled this for Friday, but let's go right now. Yes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Probably just gentlemen, right? I don't think there's any ladies in the house. But if you're here, welcome. Look, I had to do it tonight. You gotta do it tonight. We can't wait till Friday. God only knows what tomorrow will bring, right? Tomorrow we can get a Ghidorah reveal. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Toho Purist in the house. Ghidorah. Ghidorah. Just got to make sure I Ghidorah. I'm Donald Trump, and it's Ghidorah. All right. All right. So a great day. First of all, before I get into all, we're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about the trailer, which has an official runtime now of 2 minutes and 23 seconds. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the mini teaser we got today. We're going to talk about the images. We're going to talk about everything. And I'm doing a live stream because I figured instead of recording because I am exhausted. I am sleepy. I think you guys could tell from my earlier video that I was like, yeah, this is exciting. And I'm exhausted, so sleepy. So instead of doing 4 videos, record, edit, upload, record, edit, upload, record, edit, upload, I'm just going to do one full stream. And then I'll cut this into shorter videos later for those of you who do not like to watch longer streams and stuff like that. But we're going to talk. First thing I got to do is this, because there are 113 people here. I have not had 113 people on a live stream since 2014. Makes perfect sense. There's a lot of people coming back. And welcome back to the channel. It's so good to have you here. But with that said, I have to give props to the people who've actually been here the last 5 years. And yes, I can name those people, and I'm going to, because many of them are on the Nation Facebook page, okay? And if you were not grandfathered into the Nation Facebook page, unfortunately, for those of you who are not Patreon members, it is linked to the Patreon. So you would only get access if you were a tier 1 Patreon subscriber, which is only $1 a month for those of you if you're interested. But I did that purposely because I know assholes are not going to pay $1 a month. So I avoid assholes coming onto the Nation, and we keep it a great and safe environment for all you nerds, all us nerds who love kaiju as well as Marvel and stuff like that. And plus, I have such a great team of administrators on that Facebook page. I want to make their life as easy as possible because those guys work their tail off. And, that's volunteer stuff. You know what I mean? So, real quick here, let me give some shout outs to some of these peeps out there. Oh, excuse me. Let me roll this back real quick because I do have a list because I got to give the Patreon shout outs first. All right. So let's go this is the Patreon supporters. Thank you very much for all your support on the page. Robert Taylor, Scott Severin, Joe Finch, Adam Wesley Stryker, Ethan Carpenter, Zachary Runke, Casey Pisecki, Brandon Deathridge, Ryan White, Xavier Rivera, Joe Gomez, Chris Roberts, Andrew Sandshrew, Jacob Hoffer, who is the official Patreon cherry popper. He was the first. So I got to give him props for that. Frankie Perez, Catherine Seymour, a.k.a. Gandalf the Grey. She is the wise of the Nation Facebook page and is also an administrator. Tyler Carr, Jonathan Walker, Kevin Kearney Jr., Philip Bader, Truman Fleming Jr., Christian Sturk, and Sean Flaherty. Thank you all so very much for your contributions to the Nation. And I also want to give a special thanks to Stephen Miller, Eric Matthews, who is the Schwartz of the Nation Facebook page. He is the end-all, be-all, know-it-all of everything geekdom going on the internet. So help me God, he is the Neo of the Nation. You ask him anything that's going on entertainment related, and somehow he knows. I don't know what app he's using. I don't know what phone he has, but he needs to share that. So and there's many more that I've missed. Jonathan Ware, Simon Hayes, Jeffrey Civil, Jim Kelly, Amanda Mario, but Mario's not her real last name, but that's what she has. Xander Scullion, Olivia Sinead Heron, Murphy Babs. I can go on, but I had to give props to all those because those guys and more that I missed, and I apologize if I missed you. I want to get the ball rolling here. Those guys have been here the last 5 years, period. 100% support, and I want to thank them for all that support. And for those of you who don't know, I have to plug it because I really haven't taken the time to do it, and I should if I want to try and generate growth on my channel. But mentioning the Patreon, if at all you ever want to support this channel, because I do have a vision for this channel beyond what it is right now, but there is an opportunity for you to support and invest in that vision. And for those who do decide to support E.T.N., and if you ever decide in the future that you want to be a tier 2 or higher subscriber, you get the E.T.N. card. And in the back, Rodan confirmed. Yes, Rodan confirmed. There are people who have this already that are Patreon subscribers, and it's not just cosmetic. There are awards linked to that card. We did a giveaway, which is actually not even done because the person who won the second half of the giveaway never claimed it, so I got to run another promo for that giveaway. But we had Godzilla Funko Pops we gave away. I think Rich Mackey is in the channel right now. He won one of the 2 Godzilla Funko Pops. He's not a Patreon subscriber. He's a regular subscriber, but I did giveaways for both. The regular people that subscribe to the channel had an opportunity to win the regular Godzilla Funko Pop. If you were a Patreon subscriber, then you got the glow in the dark. That was your opportunity. And we did have a Patreon subscriber one, but he never claimed it. And I gave him until this past Monday to claim it. So we'll do a promo for that. But the next giveaway is going to have, if you have this card as a Patreon member, it's the normal giveaway reward. But if you happen to win that giveaway and you hold this card, you will be one of few to have an updated E.T.N. shirt with the new logo. So we'll talk more about that giveaway in future videos. Okay, let's get to the meat and potatoes of tonight because we had a fantastic day of more Godzilla news. I don't even know where to begin, but we're going to begin with the mini teaser. I know I did a video about it. I want to talk about it briefly. It was basically the confirmation that we are going to get a trailer. There's no question about it now. We got further confirmation with the Alberta website. The runtime, I believe I said already, is 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Now, from what I understand, the Hall H presentation for Legendary, Godzilla, and stuff like that, I believe is at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am going to be on high alert that day. I will be on and off the computer because I do have family coming in this weekend. My parents are coming in to see my kids, so that's going to be a lot of fun. But I know they're here to see my kids, so that should allow me an opportunity to get on here. So I'll be on high alert for that. I'll be online. I'll be checking my phone and all that good stuff. And when I get an opportunity, we will stream at some point Saturday. It could be early in the day. It could be late at night, like 10 or 11 o'clock. But I will be on Saturday night Friday night, I may still do. It all depends. Like I said, I have family coming in. That's another reason I did a stream tonight. I would say if there's any more relevant news that comes out Friday, we'll talk about that Friday night. Okay, so we got the mini trailer today, which was 40 seconds. It highlighted Millie Bobby Brown. Now, I don't think she's the main character. I think she's among the main group, which is Kyle Chandler, Verica Farmiga. That family core is the main attraction of the movie. But I think they're leveraging her because she is obviously hot off the tails of Stranger Things. And I think Stranger Things dropped a mini commercial type trailer recently where it showed one of the cast members working at a new mall that's opening up in that town, and it kind of showed like a commercial. It was pretty cool. So I think that's one of the reasons why you have Millie Bobby Brown is being highlighted on the poster, highlighted in that mini trailer, because of the fact that she's a highlight. She's one of the hottest things going on right now, so they're going to leverage that, and that's a smart thing to do from a marketing standpoint. I don't think it necessarily means that she's going to be the highlight of the film, but she will be among the main characters because of the family that she's involved with. So I thought the scene was good. It was very intense. She's calling out for Monarch specifically, which I thought was pretty interesting. Again, these are not necessarily things that are going to happen in the movie. We're still a year away. We all know from experience now that these trailers and these teasers tend to change things up as time progresses. You might see a trailer that has a scene that you won't see in the movie later. So, things can change from what we see as far as today and what we see Saturday. Now, the monster noises and there were definitely monster noises in the background. I can't really deduce who it was. I know it wasn't Godzilla because we already know what Godzilla sounds like, and I don't recall hearing him. I do recall hearing roars. I know a lot of people are saying it's Ghidorah. I can't say it's Ghidorah because I don't know what Ghidorah sounds like in the Legendary Universe yet. So it could be any three of them, in my opinion. But then you hear gunshots, you hear people screaming. A lot of shit's going down. So it looks like there's some intense stuff going on above her. There was somebody who said they think that she's in a submarine, which was the submarine that's in that picture, in the Godzilla picture that first came out last week. I thought perhaps maybe she was in a bunker. I don't know if I want to leave my daughter in the submarine in the middle of the ocean, so I'm going to lean towards somewhere more secure. But who knows? Who knows at this point? So that was a nice little teaser. We might even get another one tomorrow. It wouldn't surprise me if they do like another 10-15 seconds tomorrow and another 10-15 seconds Friday, because to me this looks like they're really tent-poling towards Saturday, and if they're going to continue to tent-pole, I don't see them stopping tomorrow or Friday. So don't be surprised if we get something more tomorrow and Friday, but if we don't, I'm more than fine with that. They've given us a lot more than I think we've expected. Now, I want to talk about these images that came off the website today, because these are very telling. First of all, I'm going to pull them up here. I know you guys have them, so because I didn't set up screen share here. Well, I think I could do it, but it might just be a pain in the ass. But if you guys have them, I'm going to look at the Ghidorah one first. These are the cave paintings, and I think this is basically telling us more or less this is roughly what we're looking at here, is what we're going to get. Not obviously drawing for drawing. In terms of the design itself, we're going to get something very close to this as the end result. And a Ghidorah looks fine to me. I mean, the three heads, the typical horns on the top of his head. We already know that he does have scales if you read the information on the website. So he does have scales. He's big. He's big. 521 feet or 512? I think it's 521 feet. I'm getting the 512 confused with Rodan's wingspan. But 521 feet tall. Or 512. I still get confused either way. But either way, the goddamn monster is over 500 feet. That is insane. Insane. Okay, when you consider Godzilla's size and scale in the first movie, and obviously in this movie, he's not going to be that much bigger at all. So that's incredible. And they're not even talking about his wingspan. If you looked at the site, the wingspan said unknown. So I mean, that's insane. You know what I'm saying? That's insane. So, Ghidorah, from that little picture they showed of the cave painting, whatever, that looks very good. Now, here's the one that has people a little bit worried because of the sketches they saw. And this is where things get a little conflicted. You look at the sketch, and then you look at this picture of Ghidorah. There's no similarities at all. Then you look at this painting or this drawing of what they're trying to make appear to be Mothra. I don't think it is. In fact, even in the little comment on the picture on the lower right, where Graham is talking to Serizawa, Graham says Mothra with a question mark. So I don't think that's Mothra. You have to remember, there will be other monsters in this movie. There will be other monsters in this movie, not related to the major four. I don't think they're going to be front and center, but I think they're going to be fodder to kind of sell this thing of monsters all awakening. If you look at the title of the Godzilla poster, their reign begins. Well, it's going to be more than four. It's just that those are like the prime big dogs of the monsters, and I think this is something on a smaller scale. So I don't think that's going to be Mothra. I think that's just kind of a when you look at it compared to some of the other Mothra pictures they've shown, it's significantly different. Now we're going to talk about the big one, Rodan, because this has been a constant debate over the last week of Rodan. And I think the picture we saw today of Rodan versus the maquette that we got, I think the picture we got today is pretty much confirming that, not that the maquette's fake, because it's not fake, obviously. It's real. Somebody did it. But I don't think it's related. Two things stand out to me that are significantly different between the maquette and this picture. Number one, the beak. The beak in today's picture is like a hook. You know what I mean? The top beak goes like this. The bottom beak goes like this. Where the maquette, the beak is straight. Second thing is the horns on the picture that we got today, his horns on the back of his spine are a lot bigger than the maquette. So, now I know people are going to argue, well, the maquette could be, earlier concept, whatever. That's possible. But in terms of what we're going to see on Saturday, we're going to see what we saw today in the pictures. We're not going to see what the maquette shows, is what I'm trying to say. So I think for now, based on this picture, I think it's safe to just dismiss that maquette until we get an official word from Legendary or from behind the scenes on a DVD or something in the future that says that was an early concept. As of right now, because of this picture, I'm dismissing the maquette until I hear further from Legendary. And then as far as the sketches are all duds. Those are all duds. All you have to do is look at today's pictures and look at the sketches, and complete duds. So the sketches are completely out of the picture, in my opinion. The maquette still has a very slight potential to be an early concept behind the scenes type thing, but until we get that confirmation, the maquette is being shoved to the side. We got the answer to our question, guys. It's all right here today. There's really nothing to debate anymore. What you're seeing in today's pictures or these paintings and these drawings on the wall or whatever they are, those are more or less, that is roughly what you're getting, minus all the detail and all the clarity that you're going to get when you actually see it live. But that's more or less what you're getting. So great pictures, tons of information in terms of what they're talking about on the website for those of you who missed it. And don't worry, guys, I'm going to get to you in chat as soon as I can. I just want to run through all this information, and then we'll all have a nice little chit chat before we end the stream later on. All right, so now I've seen all the information from the Monarch website. Ironically, I haven't actually seen it from the website. I haven't even unlocked all of the security, but everybody's been posting it like a madman on the Facebook Nation page, on the Nation Facebook page. So Mothra, pupil DNA samples suggest a remarkable multi-stage evolution on reaching adulthood. Mothra's gigantic thorax is capable of emitting beta wave bioluminescence, which can be projected through the intricate patterns on its wings and weaponized into blinding god rays. As one of the deadliest and most beautiful natural phenomena in Earth's history. No wonder this devastating guardian angel was worshipped as a goddess by the ancient human civilization, blessed to witness her. So that was the description about Mothra. So apparently she does have a power that she can emit from her wings, a sort of ray. She's being described as deadly but beautiful and goddess-like. They do put emphasis on her wings. This description also gives me a little further clarity that what we saw in that sketch is not going to be what we're going to get, because those wings were very frail looking, very small. This is talking about her wings in a very majestic level, very similar to what we got in some of the earlier pictures, and perhaps one thing they've done with these monsters in regards to their Toho counterparts is, while they've made them different in their own way, for the most part, they have kept home with their overall design. The premise and the shell of their design has kept from Toho, but they're putting their own spin on it, and that's fine. Everybody, I mean, for the most part, everybody liked Godzilla's design in 2014. No matter what seems to be happening with Rodan, the general consensus is most people are happy about it. Of course, not everybody's going to like this stuff, but from what I'm seeing so far, the general consensus is that most people like it. Okay, so Rodan's wings are wrapped around its body in stasis, but our cryptos estimate a wingspan big enough to create a sonic thunderclap capable of leveling entire cities as it flies overhead. RF capture scans reveal that Rodan's skin is not made of rock, but does have an outer dermis of sharp volcanic sediment collected from centuries of dormancy. Psyops theorize that the vulcanized appearance of its skin may be an evolutionary trait developed as a form of camouflage against mountain or large rock formations, truly a titan forged in fire. Interesting. And then finally, King Ghidorah. Monster Zero's dermal layer is gilded with trace amounts of arum. See ARC record number 73.126. So they're referring to a record in, obviously, the Monarch archives that either nobody's gotten access to yet, or we just won't have access to until the movie or whatever. Metallurgical studies theorize that the scales act as a conductor capable of carrying bioelectrical currents through the creature's body. Injuries have been discovered on several locations of the beast body, reminiscent of claw and scorch marks. Exoforensics are currently investigating. Muscle tendons on the wing are so hypertensile that their massive aerodynamics could generate hurricane force winds when in flight. Coupled with the body's electroreceptor molecular biology capable of conducting electrical currents, water vapor in the air would be heated to extreme levels, creating its own localized storm system as it travels. And this pleases me. Why? Because if you saw my videos where I speculate on Ghidorah, how he would be, like him flying around and stuff like that, one of the most common things I've said is it would be dope if everywhere Ghidorah went, it would be dark, kind of like a storm, and you would hear thunder and not word for word, but what I described as far as what I wanted to see is very similar to what they're describing. And that makes me happier than 50 pigs and shit. 50 pigs and shit. I love that. So, simply put, if Monster Zero were to fly again, the stratosphere would be torn open by an otherworldly tempest of thunder and lightning our sky has never seen. Cryptolinguistics has analyzed translations of every worldwide case study of Monster Zero in the Monarch database across tens of thousands of years. The ancients called it Ghidorah. Very, very cool description. And this description came with more pictures that I'm sure many of you have seen. Wow, that is just so dope. Man. Oh my God. This crazy, crazy, crazy shit. Oh man. I gotta take a break from reading real quick. Give me a second, guys. Gotta get my drink on here. Ah, so good. So good. All right. Now, the other thing I wanted to touch upon, there are a few people that are a little bit scared that there is a lot of similarities between what we've learned today and this plot leak. However, don't fret. Don't fret. I'm going to tell you why not to worry. Number one, and the plot leak is still a crock of shit. I'm going to tell you why. Number one, first and foremost, it's still on my page. That's number one. It's still on my page. It has not been taken down. I have not gotten a strike on it. I have not gotten a warning. I don't actually know. You know what? Give me a second. I'm sorry. I just saw that. You guys want a link in the description? I'm reading this from the Nation Facebook page, so I got to find out. Oh, here it is. I got it. These are the pictures. I don't know if they come with the description. Oh, yes, it does. Okay, so I'll link it here, so you guys can check that out. Bear with me. Here it comes. Boom, there it is. Okay, there you go. There's the link. So here's where I say don't fret. Number one, it's still on my page. That's number one. Because I can tell you right now, the last thing they want is a plot leak. If what I had was real, it'd be gone. Number two, a couple of people mentioned, oh, well, he said Titan, they said Titan. So, I mean, I just gave you an example of how coincidence in description can happen with these things. I don't have any knowledge of the plot. I don't have any knowledge of these monsters. Yet, 2 months ago, I more or less described what they just described in terms of Ghidorah during flight. And for those of you who watched those videos back then, and I know some of you are here, you guys know that for a fact. Does that mean I know what's going on? No, I absolutely do not know what's going on. But when it comes to these monster movies, you got to remember, the creative minds behind this movie are fans just like we are. And some of us all share a certain vision of things. So it's not going to be uncommon for you maybe to see something on screen or see a description of something that you yourself might have thought of, or at least thought of something similar. And just like a person who's writing a fake plot leak, all right? The whole Rodan, first of all, we knew about the monster locations before this. So the fact that he knew the monster locations means little. Okay, the whole Fire Rodan thing, that description they gave there was just that he was born and evolved because of being near either a volcano or molten lava. It doesn't mean he's Fire Rodan like the guy described. It's just that he's born of fire. He is of fire because of his evolutionary process. Not to mention, one of Rodan's last movies was in the Heisei era, because he was in Final Wars, but before Final Wars, I think the last movie he had was, oh my God, was it Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2, or was it 1? I forget. But in that movie, he had the beams and all that. So, you know, the minds of kaiju fans are not that far apart as you guys think. Everybody shares some similar thoughts, some similar opinions. You know, we all might be toxic and go crazy, you know, or we have Godzilla fans run wild, for those of you who haven't seen that video today by William. But for the most part, when it comes to the good portion of the Godzilla fan base, and the portion that gets along and the portion that shares their opinions, the thoughts and ideas do not fall far from the tree, from each other's opinions and share. You know what I mean? So it's not out of the realm of possibility to just think it's coincidence that he said Titan and they refer to it as Titan. It kind of makes sense that an American movie would refer to them as Titans. They're not going to call them kaiju because it's not a Japanese movie. It's an American movie. I know Pacific Rim, but that was Guillermo del Toro's baby, and he decided to go the kaiju route. Legendary and these creators for Godzilla decided to go the Titan route. So, and then I think the last thing somebody mentioned regarding the plot leak, the fact that Dr. Russell goes to the Mothra facility or something like that. But how hard is that to figure out? We had just learned 2 weeks ago that she obviously created a way or developed a way to communicate with the monsters. So is it out of the realm of possibility to believe that she would visit a facility that has Mothra? I would expect her to visit that facility. It doesn't. So the point I'm trying to make is, this is not like, this is stuff we knew for the most part. 90% of what that guy wrote versus what we learned today, believe it or not, a lot of the stuff we learned today we already knew outside of the more detailed things that we got, which he did not mention in that plot leak. So my thing is, that plot leak is not real. If it was, it would be off my channel. And just go back and listen to how it was written. It was like intentionally written to not be taken seriously. So I would say don't worry about it. It's a crap leak. It's not real. If I thought it was a legit leak, I would not have put it up. You guys know how I feel about that. How many people chased and nearly harassed me 4 years ago about a plot leak they wanted me to discuss, and I refused to discuss it in case it turned out to be real. This one was so ridiculous. I just thought it was pretty entertaining just to hear it. But if somebody came up to me and said, "Look, this plot leak looks legit," and I don't want to deal with it. I am not interested. So trust me, I think it's bullshit. Now, if it turns out to be true, oh man, shit on me, right? But even still, we won't find out till next year. So, all right, what have I missed? Let's get into chat. Let's see what you guys are talking about right now. What's going on, chat?
Thank you for watching E.T.N. Click here to watch more content. Or you can click here to become an E.T.N. patron. Don't forget to leave a comment. Also, make sure you like and share this video. If you want to know when the next video is up, click the notification bell next to the subscribe button. And most of all, make sure to click that subscribe button for regular content.